Well, hello. And thank you for tuning back into my channel. Of course, do not forget to like, subscribe, and or comment. I decided to do a few things on this channel. And one of them is to, of course, educate. I do this on all my channels, but I wanted to talk about some things because of course I can jump straight into certain things magically, but I say I want to jump in because there's a lot of misunderstanding and misconceptions and information just all around the world just being twisted and they have all this dogmatic things attached to it. And what made me want to do a video about this topic in particular is one of my viewers actually said that a Orisha is connected to Tahuti, Thoth, Enoch, Metatron, Hermes. It depends on your tongue and what culture identified him to be, but it's the same being. And I was sitting there thinking to myself, like, no, because, Elegua did not make himself. He was not self-created. Elegua did not manifest some words into flesh form. There's no connection to that at all. So I just thought maybe I'll spend this time educating, as like I said, I always do. And hopefully she sees this video and she could walk away with knowing some things because, of course, like I said, people will, make people think that things are correct because they don't understand. And that's why I always encourage people, don't just go by what you read on YouTube, Google, these forums. Go out and read some books because you will actually get information in books. Okay. Everything is not on the internet. Okay. There's locations. I can give you some examples right now. There's businesses in my city that if you Google these businesses, they won't pop up. But if you drive down the street, you'll see the business on that street. Let's talk about it. Okay. So I want to go into, because I'm non-denominational, but I have a background in working with the Bible. I come from a family that we got preachers, ministers, bishops, first lady, prophets, all this other good stuff. And even going up outside of that, honey, the Bible is a very magical, beautiful thing to use. And I encourage you to get your Bible, whether you're Christian, Jewish, agnostic, gnostic, even you're atheist, get your Bible. It's amazing what you'll find out about yourself. There we go. Now, I wanted to start out by going into a scripture that kind of rung deep with me because on another chat, someone came to me and they said, what happened if they're timid? What happened if they're shy? And that's the way of approaching you. What do you guys say about that, mystic? Huh? 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 Huh, Mistress Tantralinga? What you guys say about that, girl? And I said, well, timid is not godly, honey. And you went into a whole rant. So 2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 7 says, for the spirit God gave us, because your spirit and soul is two different things. Now, I also want to pull up to see what scripture is before this. Matter of fact, can we do that? Can we see what scripture is before 2 Timothy? Let's look up 2 Timothy 1. Uh-oh. Shit, I already forgot the damn chapter. Oh, damn. Can we let me just fast forward, girl. Second Timothy, Second Timothy 1. We're gonna do 6 through 8. Okay, can we do that? So it says, 6 through 8. It says that, therefore I remind you to stir up the gift of God which is in you through the laying on of my hands. Can we talk about it? So it's saying that the hands, And I want you to understand this very quickly, very loud and clear. That the hands have energy, it has power in it. That's why you don't let certain people touch your hands. I don't care what your mama taught you, I don't care what your daddy taught you, I don't care what the people taught you. You don't go to anybody church and let those pastors put their hand over your head, pray over your body. Can you touch me and pray for me, Pastor? No, the heck you ain't gonna touch me and pray on me, honey. Girl, you over here collecting my energy and stuff to rejuvenate yourself. Girl, bye. I'm telling you, that's why a lot of people end up being nurses and all that good stuff too, girl. Anyway, I won't get into that. So, for God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. God does not make you mentally insane. You could take that how you want to. God does not allow you to hate anyone. Even if you're saying, well, I only hate you. I hate your sin, but I love you as a person. That's not of God, honey. No, it's not of the Most High at all. He gave you the spirit of power. That's right, honey. The power to live your life and not give a damn about anybody else. Because a lot of people, and it's so funny because the woman that brought this up, I don't want to put her business out there, but she is a timid person, quote unquote, and she's always being the victim. And that is powerless. And that, like I said, that is not of the Most High. There's nothing godly about living in fear, feeling powerless, expressing yourself powerlessly, expressing hate, and also having these delusions and be okay with it. And you look online and you look at these movies, these people are literally actually, they're making a lot of things that are not of a sound mind appear to be normal. Like, you're mentally unstable, and that's okay because that's spiritual. Or we all got a little bit of mental delusion going on. Like, what, sis? So there you go. I hope you find comfort in that, girl. God has not given us the spirit of fear. That's why demonic beings love for you to fear. Demonic beings love for you to feel powerless. Demonic beings love for you to have anger and hatred in you. Matter of fact, that's the quickest way to keep a demon in your home and or in your household and or to contribute to the breakdown of your family and everything that's around you. Honey, yes, arguing, fighting, bickering in your home creates negative energy, which demons or negative spirits are drawn to and they stay around. Okay. And of course, like I said, God, did not give you the spirit of multi-personality disorder. He did not give you the spirit of, she did not give you the spirit of, they did not give you the spirit of, because like I said before, God is a plural term, not a singular. Not singular. It's kind of like using the word fine and finesse. Fine is a shorter word for finesse, or like anal. When they say you're anal about everything, that's short for saying analytical. But we know we like to abbreviate words and we like to make it to our own little words. So just like the word God is Godhead. But either way, so like I said before, you out here talk about mental disorders and, oh, that's of God. That's of God. God did that. Girl, that's spiritual attachment. And maybe I'll do a quick video about that down the line. Because I want you to understand how people get you and reel you in and keep you against the spirit of God, which is being fearful, powerless, full of hate, and being okay with mental delusions. So I want to jump on in because this is about and we want to give a shout out to BibleGateway.com, honey. Hello, sponsor me. BibleGateway.com, reach out to me, honey. I'm not a Christian, not a Jewish, Buddhist, atheist, none of that, but you can still reach out to me, honey. Hello. But we're gonna break it down because we're talking about Tahuti, Dead Yehudi, aka Thoth, the first thing to ever existed. In fact, this is the only being that is self-created. He did not have any parents. He was formed from nothing, and we're going to get into it. And I'm going to be simple with you. I don't want to confuse people. And of course, if you have any questions about anything I'm going to say, you can always post a question in the live chat if you're live and or underneath the video. Okay, so John 1, okay, John is a very powerful chapter, or should I say book of the Bible. You have John 3:16, you have all these Johns, and it's amazing. John, there's a lot of stuff in John. Shout out to the ones out there. Hello, honey, hola. John is yeah, there's some power there. So John 1 verse 1 through 4 says, because it's 1 and 1, but I want to go all the way to 4. It says that in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. So once again, Tahuti is God who manifested himself into a flesh form and then took his stuff out in other ways. And we're going to break that down towards the end of this video. Okay. Hello. So, once again, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He was with God in the beginning. Through him, all things were made. Without him, nothing was made that has not been made. In him was life, and that life was the light of all mankind. Now, I want you to think about this for a minute. When you get a thought in your head coming from Tahuti, Thoth, a light go off. You remember back in the day when you would have the school books that have the light bulb to say hint, tip, there'll be a light that went off there. Bing, 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 bing. Light is connected to knowledge. Light is connected to the idea. Light is connected also to the neurons that transmit messages to each other, and or finds its own little way and rewires itself through your mind. Now, going into the neuroscience stuff, just lightly, new ideas, opening your mind. The term narrow-mindedness actually make you dumber. When someone is narrow-minded, and that's no tune or shade to anyone, people who choose not to open up their mind to new experiences and new things literally kill themselves, because your cells will die out. Cells need to be rejuvenated. They need to be renewed. And that's why it's always important to educate yourself and to continue to do this. Don't stop educating yourself. Continue to expand your knowledge, because, your cells need that. That is electricity, knowing things. Think about when you find out something new, you get excited about it, right? You get addicted to it. I know I do, honey. When I find out something new, honey, I can't sleep. I'm up all night, researching, doing my thing, honey, loving it, loving it, loving it, loving it, loving it, so much to where I give myself 5 hours a day to do my spiritual research. But either way, so a thought is translated into a light coming on. When they say no one's home, the no one's home, that term when people they're mentally insane, they say no one's home. Sometimes they say a light is on, though. Girl, ain't no light on if nobody's home, girl, because if the lights ain't on, that means they don't have no thoughts in a damn head. I mean, they brain dead. But either way, so going back into that, thought is the light, and everyone has thoughts, and thoughts are created first, and then they're turned into, or they're manifested into the flesh. And even going into the magical practices, everything that you are right now, everything that you are experiencing in your life right now, whether it's good or bad, started in a thought first. Okay? It was a word first. And the words were either spoken through your mouth, or you thought of it, but that's still spoken, because that's another language. Going into the two sides, two heads. I kind of talk about this in one of my classes about Bible magic. We go into that. But double-mindedness and all that good stuff, having two voices, being two different persons, even going into the scripture where it says that the Word was with God and the Word was God. So it's saying that this was someone who created themselves. Listen, no, I have a dog over here, honey, and he's over here messing with my wraps, honey. He kicked my wraps up in a pile so he could lay on them. Girl, bye. You better get off my wraps, honey. You don't got no money to buy me no more. Anyway, so basically, like I said, this scripture in itself tell you a lot about Thoth, Tahuti, Jehudi. It tells you a lot about this being. And I'm gonna also show you some different stuff over here. And I hope I didn't take that picture down that I found, kind of where they give you an idea of who Tahuti is. And maybe I can even put it up for you. But either way, let's go back to the picture, and we're going to finish after we're done going over here. So this is about Tahuti, aka the Jehudi, aka Thoth, aka the thought, the first thing to the first thing that manifested into flesh, and the thing that's inside of everyone, and the thing that does not interfere with everybody. Anyway, we'll go into that. So Thoth is also considered the Lord of divine words, the Lord of books. So if you are a speaker, if you do anything with words, writing books, typing, you're looking at this computer right now, so you're looking at words. He is the Lord of that. He reigns over all things. If you are a spellcaster, if you're interested in magic, if you're interested in speaking, if you're a shy person, Thoth Tahuti. I don't like saying Thoth. I like saying Tahuti, honey. That energy will definitely get you right together. I was a very shy person, and honey, I got out of my shell 10 years ago. Is when I first start coming into contact with Tahuti, honey. Yes, honey. 2007. I'll keep that for another story time. Anyway, so Thoth is the Egyptian form of what I'm speaking of. Thoth is a primeval. He is from before creation. Once again, going into John 1, where it says that in the beginning was Word. So of course, before everything else was created, Word was there first. Thoth was there first, so he was there before creation. In some Egyptian myth, Thoth is the supreme creator. Well, it also says that in the Judeo-Christian Bible too. John 1. And I also want to say this too. Shout out to my hoodooists out there, and my conjurers and my witches out there who say they don't read the Bible and they threw the Bible out. Well, sister, that's probably why you don't have no damn magic, because you don't use the book that's been here to assist you on your spiritual journey. Unfortunately, you were too dumb, too blind, too spiritually dead to realize that. But like I said, still shout out to you, honey. Thank you. Anyway, he created himself by speaking his own name. Didn't John 1 say that? John 1, verse 1 says that, come on, I need to pull it back up because I want you to understand it. It says, in the beginning was the Word. That's before all things, Word was there. He created himself by speaking his own name. It says that the Word was with God, and the Word was God. So God spoke himself into existence, as you speak your life into existence, because you are a piece of God. Because a thought is with you, a God is with you, because thought is God. So when you think of something, that is God, honey. That's why I said before, going into being stupid and ignorant, being racist, homophobic, sexist, that's not godly, and that's definitely not for your best interest. But anyway, even when he is not the supreme creator, Thoth still does his fair share of creating. Thoth invented writing, gambling, stargazing, geometry, botany, medicine, stargazing, engineering, mathematics, and magic spells. That's right. Yeah, shout out to the Emerald tablets, honey. Yes, thank God for that, huh? He is the founder of alchemy and is the author of the world's very first book called the Book of Thoth, a collection of magical spells and rituals so powerful that it had to be hidden away. And no one knows where that's hidden at, but um, you know, I hope I can share a little bit of insight on here. We'll see what Spirit says after I'm done, because we know where it was hidden away at. Because just like the word thought, some thoughts can be deadly. Some people have these thoughts and they act on their thoughts, and other people, they have these thoughts and they put them away because these thoughts could turn into nasty things. Not acting on something is putting something away, but deep down inside of you. And when they talk about the DNA strands and how we have all these strands, and we have 12 different strands that should be activated, but there's only like so many of them, and also the good stuff. Well, I would love to say that the Book of Thoth, Tahuti, is hidden somewhere within those lines. And I'm gonna give you a little theory about what I was taught. And when Thoth was not Thoth, when he was somebody else, and we'll go over that. But things happen. That's why everybody could buy some tarot cards, but you can't interpret those tarot cards, sister and brother. Everybody could read a book on how to develop their psychic powers, but that won't mean that they're going to be able to heal people and or walk other people through their spiritual journeys. Everybody's not meant to teach. But anyway, shout out to the imposters out there. Thoth taught veneration of the spirits. Yeah. He invented rules of sacrifice and composed hymns and prayers. Hmm. Isn't that something? Thoth is created with writing some of the Egyptian Book of Dead, the book of going forth by day. Thoth is Ra. Thank you, Ra. Yes, honey. You know, Ra, not to give too much about Ra, but the sun that we see that people say is artificial is Ra, he's watching over us, Hello, Ra is, Ra, Amin Ra, is you know, um, you know, girl, he's amazing, He's definitely real. And it's only the powerless people that say that he's artificial. Anyway, let's stay on topic, girl. Without Thoth, Isis and her siblings would never have been born. Without Thoth, none of your Orishas would have been born. Without Thoth, none of your saints would have been born. Without Thoth, you would have been born. Can we talk about it? Can we talk about it? Okay, no disrespect. We just got to keep it real, Holyfield, all the way through. Okay, Thoth may have taught Osiris, aka Osiris, the arts of civilization that Osiris then taught to humanity. That's right. We're not going to go into a series, but I'll do a video on him eventually because, honey, there's some secrets with Osiris, honey. Yep, honey, break it down, Osiris, and how your eye have an iris. Can we talk about it? Shout out to my sister out there, honey, Edie's girl. How you doing, girl? Yes, come on. Mm-hmm. Um, Thoth, a master magician, taught Isis everything he knew. She is perhaps the only one who surpasses his magical knowledge. That's right. Although, according to myth, even Isis still needs his assistance and advice once in a while. Isn't that amazing? So it's basically saying no matter how far you get in life, you still need the assistance of the Most High. Because according to John 1, verse 1 through 4, it says that in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. So, we all still have to go to God, and even going into the art of praying, I don't want to keep it too much on Christianity or the Bible, but even, going into the act of praying, you're actually putting your thoughts, you're raising your frequency to connect with the higher source. And that is done through the thought process, using thought. Huh. Mm. hmm Okay. Thought is kind, benevolent, patient, wise, and very generous. He is what is considered a very cool, calm, collective deity. He cools and calms, soothes the any impassionate situations. In one legend, only Thoth was safely subdued a rampaging goddess threatening to destroy the earth. Now you know what goddess this was, and if you don't know the goddess, I'm not going to tell you the goddess. But honey, kind of like what we're going through right now, honey. You got, everything's been reversed now. You got mankind destroying the earth when you had a goddess once upon a time who was trying to destroy the earth. And, Thoth had to step on in and calm this thing down, girl, because she was on a rampage, honey. She was about to devour all things, honey. And Thoth he had to give her, give her some of that knowledge, honey. How? As befitting a shaman, Thoth lives in many realms at once. Once again, going into the dimensions, your thoughts. Now, I want my people out here who practice magic to understand this. Your thoughts are heard in all dimensions, all realms. So you sitting here thinking about something. This is why magic starts in thought process. You have to think of it first. It starts in your head first, and then it's translated into words and actions. But if you thought it, you did it, because your thoughts are heard in other realms. And even going into spiritual communication, there's a lot of people out there that teach you how to become a medium or a psychic, and they tell you the basic stuff that everyone should know if you read the Bible, that if you thought something, you opened up these doors. Every thought you have creates some type of ripple effect in the whole universe. And I want you to understand this very loud and clear. And that's why I get on my people and they get a little sensitive and they go, they just being themselves. And that's okay because I love you still. But when you think about things like I'm unloved, I'm not loved, nobody likes me, nobody cares about me, you're putting these thoughts into the universe that is creating a ripple effect. And if you don't know what a ripple effect is, it's an example of putting this, say, for example, there's a quiet, still, pond, and you throw a pebble in there, and the pebble goes in, and these ripples start hitting the outside of the pond, and then they start coming back inwards, and if they go out strong, they come back in strong, then they start hitting the inner parts, and then start hitting out even bigger, and before you know it, it just keeps going on and 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 on. So this is what your thoughts do. You think about these disgusting things. I'm ugly. I'm not loved. Nobody likes me. Nobody wants me. I'm not pretty enough. I'm not womanly enough. And these thoughts are heard all throughout the universe. It's heard all throughout the realms and the dimensions that exist. The realms and the dimensions that you don't yet comprehend or yet understand, and you probably will never understand in this form. So you have to be very mindful about the thoughts you hold. And this is why people project things onto you through videos, music, all this other good stuff, because they want to, keep you in a certain area. And that's whatever area you want it to be at. But you, as your own creator, you, as the person, once again, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. So you, as your own words, and then your words becoming who you are, because you are your words and you are your thoughts. If I don't know if you know that or not. I don't know how many times I got to say that, but you are your thoughts. And as long as you keep speaking and thinking these ill things about yourself, you will always be that. You'll never be loved saying that you're not loved. You'll never be beautiful saying that you're not beautiful. If you really truly feel that, then nobody on no level will see you outside of that. So you have to learn to change your thoughts, change how you feel about yourself, because in the end, it's really about yourself. We all live in this world, but we all are in our own world. So everything that is attracted to you is put out of you. Can we note that down? All things that are attracted to you are put out through you. So if you really feel that you are worthy of love from a man who is a powerful man, on whatever level you think of him as being powerful, you will attract that type of man to you. But if you feel like you're unworthy of the love of a certain type of man, then if just so happen that man slips through the crack, because the universe will test you, as I always say, you're gonna lose him because you felt that you were not worthy of him. Then you start saying, am I not worthy of love, Mystic? Am I not worthy? Well, you said that, honey, because you're worthy of everything that you think of, because once again, in the beginning was the Word, which the Word was a thought, and the thought was with God, and the Word was God, and the thought was God. So if you don't think you're worthy of it, you're not going to be worthy of love, honey. And I really want to use this as a words of encouragement for because I'm transgender, so I have to always go back to my LGBT community. I want them to utilize that. It's not about you being trans, so you're never going to find a man, or you being gay, you're never going to find a man, or you being this, that, you're never going to find a man. Listen, put it out there, you will get it. Same thing with my sisters out there that's been abused, brothers out there been abused, abandoned, neglected. Don't let your past stop you from moving forward, because although, things was taken from you when you were violated at 5 years old, 7 years old, 3 years old, some of you were violated at 3 months old, and you may not remember that, but it's there in your subconscious, because your eyes record everything, and everything that your eyes see, even when you first entered your mother's vaginal walls, it's still in your mind somewhere. It could be stored away, but it's still there. So don't let that stop you, because even though those experiences happen, it did not kill you. You did not, die at that point, and reversed. You actually continue to grow. Obviously, you're 30 something years old now, 40, 50, 60, 20 something, 19. I have younger people that watch too. So, don't let that hinder you from moving forward. Allow healing within yourself and keep it moving. Anyway, uh, uh, Thoth lives in many realms at once. He travels among the living, teaching his magical skills. Yes, the ability to think clearly and to hold your thought for a long period of time takes takes some skills, because a lot of people magically are not able to manifest because they can't hold a thought for more than 2 minutes. And I always tell people that's all you need is 2 minutes. Sis. 2 minutes a day when you're doing your magical stuff to hold that thought in your head, and you will see things happen. But yeah, they won't do that, and whatever. He serves as the official scribe in the hall of the dead. Now, also, dead does not necessarily mean gone, not living, not functioning. Dead can also go back to unconscious. It can also go back to the not mobile. It can also go back to dark matter, pulling things out, because going into the ancient Hebrew, which I love talking about, Donnie, the ancient Hebrew cosmology speaks of Sheol. There's a place beneath the earth where the dead go, and will go until the second death, which is judgment day. And they're not aware, they're not conscious of what is going on. They're like zombies, and they're dead, but they're not dead. But like I said, new ideas come from a dead place. Let's keep it simple. New ideas come from a dead place. You never thought of going to school to be a nurse yesterday or 6 months ago. All of a sudden an idea come up for you to do that. It was dead at first. Even sometimes in words we'll say, let's dead that, like let's forget about it, let's not keep bringing up that, let's let it rest. When people say let's dead it, I haven't heard that in a long time. When people say, okay, let's dead it, can we dead it right here? I know y'all remember that. Like, can we stop using it? Let it sit in the unconscious realm. Okay, let's stop bringing it into the conscious realm through words and actions. Okay. He rides in the solar bark besides Ra, and thus lives in the realm of spirits. Once again, thoughts are heard on all levels, spiritual, and then they manifest to the physical. So even if, and I want to use this as an example because people don't understand how this works, and this is why I don't hang with certain people. And I know we're talking about Thoth, and this is still Thoth girl, because as I'm talking to you, Thoth is right here with me, and as you're listening, Thoth is right there with you. Let's talk about it, okay? So the reason why I don't share the same space for a long and extended period of time with certain type of people is because people have thoughts in their head that they don't really speak. And I learned to read body language, and I learned to read faces, because although you're not saying it verbally, when you're thinking something, your cells in your body is responding to your thoughts. So you may be sitting here saying, I love being here with you, Mystic, but your hands are crossed, and or you're looking towards the door, because your cells are responding to the thoughts of you saying, I don't want to be here. Your thoughts saying, I'm not comfortable here with you, Mystic. I want to go. So your cells are getting these signals, and they're actually preparing you to flight or fight. And that's what happens when you're with people who really don't love you, who really don't care about you. Because some people think it's cute. I'd rather have everybody around me instead of being by myself. And I'd rather be by myself than have everybody around me who don't wish me well. Because at the end of the day, your thoughts ultimately does affect me. It does affect the energy around me, the frequency around me, because we all let out frequencies and vibration. And, when we're around certain people or certain people around us, we could alter each other's frequency of vibration. And as I said before in my other videos, when you're around like-minded people, when you're a truthful, honest, righteous person, you're around people that are on the same level as you become liberated. Things manifest. Things, I spoke about something that happened in 2016, which blew my mind. And even my best friend of 10 years, it blew her mind. Something happened in 2016 when a third person came in who was on the same frequency as us. Now, she was on the same frequency as us physically, but her thoughts were there. And that's all that matters. Your thoughts could be there. You could have a poor life but have a rich mind, if that makes any sense. So going into that, you hugged up with a man or you hang around with friends who really don't like you. Maybe y'all talk about each other behind the back. Maybe somebody told you, girl, your best friend called you a tramp. And you're like, so I don't care, girl. I'm lonely. I'll just still be with her. Well, her thoughts are going to start to affect you. And they're going to be heard. They're going to start affect you on a spiritual level. And that's why I said going into, thought being um, lives in the realm of spirits. That's where thoughts come from. Everything's manifest spiritually first into the physical world, even sicknesses. There's a metaphysical reason behind it. You could say this all day every day. Well, that's just a theory. Eastern medicine came before Western medicine. And Eastern medicine says that there is a metaphysical reason behind every illness that you will ever face in this life. And it's not a beautiful, all things are not a beautiful metaphysical reason. So going into that, all things happen in the spiritual world first, and then it manifests to the physical world. So, and your thoughts are heard in the spiritual world first. So if I have a friend, like I said before, that's by me who have these negative thoughts, possibly that I don't know, but I do know. I do know when people are feeling some type of way, girl, because I can see it in your body language and how you might act, even though you're trying to act like you're not acting that way. Anyway, those things are still manifesting into something, and you're sending the wrong signals to me, and even going into a sexual level, because that's more serious. Intimacy is so sacred. That's even that's even more sacred, honey. You know, you have these sexual partners, you don't know what they thinking, you don't know what they saying to you, you don't know what they thinking in their head, so you don't know what they saying, telling you or your spirits or your subtle bodies, which is you, but is you in different forms, different levels. You don't know what they're speaking into you, and you're just, oh, it feels so good because it feels so, oh, it's so wet, oh, it's so hot, you're thinking all these things, and all of a sudden, you start getting sick. You start saying, I'm feeling weird. Something's going on. There's possibly, I notice when I mess with this man, all my money get messed up. I notice I'm clocking in my job late. I'm having a craving to drink alcohol all day, and I'm not a drinker. Right, sis, because you had somebody who was on that level, you know, finessing, soothing your spiritual body and thinking, because he wasn't telling you. Everybody doesn't say how they feel. And that's my issue. That's one reason why I'm single. I want you to tell me how you really feel. Tell me how you really feel. Because I don't want you sitting over there thinking it, honey, and I might want to get up and throw this pot of chili on you. You know what I mean? I want you to tell me. And everybody's not truthful. They don't. I'll tell you what I'm thinking. I don't mind being honest. Maybe I'm a little too honest. Maybe I need to learn how to hold it in. Ow! Maybe I need to learn how to hold them instead of, I should know how to fold them instead of exposing them, huh? Yeah. Comment below if you agree with that. Maybe I need to learn how to also hold things in. Don't talk. Don't tell you everything. If I feel like cussing you out, don't cuss you out. Keep my mouth closed. Anyway, the English name Thoth is based on the Greek pronunciation of the Egyptian Tehuti. His name is related to Egyptian words indicating moon, measure, ibis, and crystal. The Greeks identified Thoth with Hermes and Hermes Trismegistus. Now, of course, like I said before, Thoth is Hermes, depending on your tongue. He is also Enoch. He's also Metatron. Yeah, we're gonna go over that. He has all these things, honey. And he has different avatars, different understanding, as many spirits do. There's a lot of spirits that are the same spirits, but people will call them different names, and people try to fight over it. No, that's not Diana. That's Asna. And it's like, no, that's not Asna. That's Sophia. And they're all the same damn person. So you're over there fighting over different interpretations of this one spirit. But she still loves you. So in Neil Gaiman's novel American Gods, Mr. Ibis runs a funeral parlor with his partner, Mr. Jaquel. People that Thoth or Tehuti loves are scribes, secretaries, magicians, shamans, sorcerer, witches, alchemists, occultists, librarians, authors, anyone that uses words on a daily basis, usually all the time, because in order for you to be, and I want to break this down, in order for you to be a sorcerer witch, alchemist, occultist, magician, and a shaman, you're always working with words and you're always working in the spirit realm because that's where Thoth deals. That's where he resides. So if you don't do magic every day, I need you to, strip away the title of you being an occultist, a sorcerer, witch, shaman, or magician. Now, if you only do magic when you want something, then I want you to still strip away that title. Okay. Anyway, them titles. Okay. 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 This is something that don't laugh at this because y'all might say, "Oh my god," Um, a physical manifestation of Thoth is a bamboon, honey. Yes, he manifests as a bamboon. Mm-hmm. Yes, honey. Of course, Ibis. And he's really a master shapeshifter, so he's able to, shapeshift into anything, honey. If he needs to be a chair, he will manifest into a chair. And that even goes into the thought process that everything, and I want you to think about this for a minute, everything that exists right now, look around you. Everything has came from thought, from the curtains on your wall. Somebody thought of that before they created that. The paints on your wall, somebody thought of that before they created that. The door that keeps you safe, that was a thought before it became a thing. Isn't that amazing? That is just amazing to me. The couch you sit on was a thought before it became a thing. Even the computer we're on right now, the screen we're looking at, that's just amazing to me, honey. Ooh, I got chills when I think of that. That's just really amazing how, everything is and will always be a thought. Woo! Come on. Mm-mm-mm. Okay. Things that are symbols for Thoth is ink pots, palettes, ankhs, and scepters. Scepters. I feel like that is how you say it, but scepters. Scepters. I'm sorry. Okay. Once before, like I said, Thoth does not have any parents. He is self-created because John 1 says, in the beginning was word. So that means that word was here before anything, including God, right? And then the word was with God. Yeah. And then the word was God. So the word had to create itself through itself, speaking itself. So even when you talk to yourself, you're talking to someone, I mean, technically. And I'm not saying it's like you walk down the street talking to yourself, honey. That something is really wrong there. But we're talking about how you're sitting here and sometimes you think things to yourself. Like, sometimes you say, no, this bitch didn't. And you talk about yourself. Because, maybe you were, doing dishes and a cup fell off the counter and you just throw the cup to the side because you don't want it to hit the ground. And to yourself, you say, no, this bitch didn't. You probably never done that, but whatever. Some of y'all don't have a kitchen with cups falling any that way because you don't have your own kitchen. Anyway, or you don't do your own dishes. Anyway, no tea, no shade. The spirits that are associated with Thoth, who works very well, honey, yeah, yeah. And we're going to speak to the Egyptian pantheon because that's what we're talking about. Thoth is the Egyptian pantheon of the word. We'll just say that. My aunt, Isis, Shishit, and Hathor. Now we'll say Sishite. There you go. These are spirits that work well with Thoth and will definitely get some things going on. And if you don't understand these spirits I just said, then maybe we'll do a video down the line on them. All these beautiful women, all these feminine women, deities, powerful beings who operate from the matrix. Once again, matrix being matri, which is feminine, and X, 9, feminine, just so you know. And we'll go over them because, of course, Hathor is very great for love, honey. She's good on domestics, being a mother. She can teach you how to be a great mother. She can open you up. Even if you never had kids, she can teach you how to be the best adoptive mother, foster mother, and or temporary mother, if that's what you call it, honey. Yeah, it's okay. My baby's right here, honey. He ready to go to bed, y'all. Then, of course, you got my aunt, honey. Like, who has better reasons and logics than my aunt? She is the one that when you go into the court, you see her. Libra, shout out to you Libras out there. This dog is something else. Shout out to you Libras out there. you are not the literal physical manifestation of my aunt, but she does reign over you. Yeah, shout out to my aunt. And I want to kind of go over the principle of my aunt too, because my aunt, she's pro. The principles of my aunt. Maybe I can do another video after this and go over that. Yeah, it's still a little early. Um, but my aunts, what I love about my aunt is she lets you know that gender is really how you express yourself, not what's between your legs. And I love that. I love that, I really do. And understanding yourself first before you can understand anything else, because a lot of people out here don't really know who they are, and yet they try to act like they know their people. And that's our problem in modern day society. So anyway, the moon is associated with thought because, of course, the moon deals with your mind. Lunar, yeah, lunar spheres deal with your mind. Whatever they do to the moon, they do to you. I remember back in the day, and I hope I'm not dropping no tea, but one of these years during one of these presidents were in office. I won't say no names because they might flag my video down. Um, one of these presidents claimed to be going up and dealing with a planetary body. And they said they were going to try to bomb this planetary body. And I thought to myself, like, you can't even go there, bruh. Like, you can't even go more than 16 miles in the ocean. Actually, I think it's 8 miles. I don't know. But you can't even go that far into the ocean floor, bruh. But you're there telling me that you went 293,000 miles to the moon and bombed it, bruh. No, what they were saying is they're about to alter your subconscious mind. That's what they did. And you look on YouTube, you look on the movies, that's what you're seeing now, especially with these spiritualists, girl. A lot of them got affected by that. When the president said he was gonna go up there and do that tea, honey, look at these spiritualists, girl. A lot of them got affected by that because they went over there meditating, girl. They're too busy on anyway. Days, days for Thoth is he rules over the equinoxes. Yeah, spring equinox, fall equinox, yeah, Ostara. Yeah, yeah. So you might want to get in and work with him. Unfortunately, not too many of you signed up for my spring equinox, and that's fine, honey. You'll be watching reality TV and or looking for some stuff that's not going to serve you no good, honey. And then this whole 2018, honey, you'll be collecting rocks and CZs instead of actual crystals and diamonds. Anyway, the birds for Thoth is the EBs. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful EBs. Now you notice that EBs, honey, like you replace the B with the I as what? Okay, you replace the R, an R with the B as what? Okay, then you got a flower, right? The iris flower. Okay, then you got the Irish people. Shout out to my people out there in Ireland, honey. I got ancestries from there. Hey, Ireland, I'm gonna go out there and meet y'all one day. hmm Okay, the color for Thoth is white because, of course, when you clear your mind, you know. Anyway, I was about to go into some other stuff. Anyway, the colors for Thoth is white. Uh huh. And yeah, so that's the common information about Thoth. Thief. No, not thief, honey. So let's go into this is just something online. And you can look this up for yourself. Crystallinks.com. Enoch was also Thoth, Hermes, Zoroaster, and Metatron. Yes. Isn't that gorgeous, honey? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Look at these people right here, honey. Mm-hmm. And Enoch is a figure in the generation of Adam. Yes, Enoch is described as Adam's great uh Enoch is described as Adam's great times four grandson. Yes, the son of Jared and the father of Methuselah and the great grandfather of Noah. Ain't this about something, honey? Enoch walked with God. He was not, for God took him. So that's just something to think about. You go in here, you could do your own research on this, honey. Going through the whole book of Enoch, why they kept it hidden. Remember, book of Enoch was taking out the Bible, honey. Yeah, we know that. Remember that the book of Enoch, yeah, girl. Yeah, and yes, astronomical books. Yeah, it talks about the heavenly luminaries and the book of luminaries, honey. Yeah, book of dreams. The epistle of Enoch. Yeah, this is beautiful, honey. And then going into the angel Metatron, I've done some work with Metatron. Actually, there's something called Metatron's cube. That's a sacred geometry. If you don't know what that is, no. And it talks about uh, the sacred knowledge of creation, how all things started, honey. And they did not exclude anybody from that, honey. Can we talk about it? Yes, honey, look at Metatron with his lighter rainbow colors, honey. Girl, you see how they have these chakras going through them, honey? See that, girl? They got a chakra right there. I wonder what chakra is that. Then you go on up, then you get right here, and it says that this is the most important. This is your heart chakra. This is your higher heart chakra. Can we talk about it? These are very important parts of you. This is where all information is received through. Even the Bible says that in your hearts of hearts. Hello? Because the world is teaching you that your heart chakra is right here. Unfortunately, we have a lot of these people that are teaching you this is where your heart chakra is, honey. You know, and anyway, I'll get up off of that. But Metatron is the name of an angel in Judaism and some branch of Christian mythology. Now, I don't like that word Christian mythology. They could have said theology. I don't like the word mythology, honey, because they try to say myths are lies. Don't try me, Miss Thing, honey. Okay. There are no references to him in the Jewish Tanakh or Christian scriptures, New or Old Testament. Of course not. But anyway, if you're also interested in some other things. You can also go into, the Emerald tablets. They got books on that. The Demons in Sheep Clothing. Girl, don't listen to that. Just get your information on. Do your thing, honey. They get a little jealous, honey. But Torah talks a lot about, Thoth, honey. Protect your credit card, girl. But ain't nobody gonna get that credit card. Anyway, the Torah has, Thoth in there, and I'm not a fan of the Torah like that. No, shade to anybody out there who are into that stuff, but I mean, it's just a good start. And it even said Torah. See that right there? No one noticed the Torah. Yeah, because Thoth is Ra's right hand man. Come on now, honey. Yes, can we talk? Can we talk? Yeah. Uh-huh. Mm. So go ahead and do your research up on that. There's a lot of tip on that, honey. I'm leading you to the water, but I can't force you to drink. Okay, I can't force you to drink. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Can we talk about it? And maybe we can go back into the 21 scriptures on thought that You know, Romans 12, verse 2 is telling you how to be yourself, how to be a leader, how to stand in your own thoughts. Okay, that's what Romans 12, verse 2 say. And the book of Romans is a very good book too. I love all the books of the Bible. Deuteronomy, that book, Deuteronomy, there's a lot of two-minded stuff up in there, but we know what they did. We know what the people did, we know what they did to twist the words around and all that good stuff. But Philippians 4:8, finally, brothers and sisters, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, if anything is excellence or praiseworthy, think about such things. So see right here, it's telling you to keep your mind focused on positivity. Because if you thought about it, it's worthy of being praised for. Can we talk about it? If you thought about it, because I don't know. No. Okay, because some of y'all, you comfortable where you're at, but you will grow. Jeremiah 33:3. Come on, Jeremiah, girl. They put it right in our face. Jeremiah 33:3. Honey, what? Do you have E and E double two up in Jeremiah? Call to me and I will answer you and tell you great and unsearchable things you do not know. I want to. Can we get into that? Can we get into this scripture? Because I know it's about. I know it's about Thoth Tahuti, but I want to really get in this. Okay, because I know it's about Tahuti, but I want to get into this because I want to encourage my people out there. Because obviously you're looking up Tahuti, Thoth, and all the good stuff, Hermes, and you're looking these people up because you're interested in magic. We know this. Okay, so while Jeremiah was still confined in the courtyard of the guard, honey, he was being shackled down and locked down. He had things that were restricting him from moving forward. The word of the Lord came to him a second time. See, the first time you don't get it, but the second time you will always get it. Oh, the first time you may not get it, but the second time you should get it. First time, shame on me. Second time, shame on you. Third time, shame on both of you, honey. Anyway, this is what the Lord says. He who made the earth, the Lord who formed it and established it, the Lord is his name. Call to me and I will answer you and tell you great and unsearchable things you do not know. For this is what the Lord and the God of Israel, break that down, Isis, Ra, Elohim, hello, says about the houses in this city and the royal places of Judah. Now, I won't break down the word Judah for you. You can figure that out yourself or whatever. And that has been torn down to be used against the sage ramps and the sword. Now, these are all metaphorical places and things. This is all uh, metaphysical. Can you grab onto these metaphysics, metaphorical parables, and yeah, they just threw it right in our face. This whole scripture just speaks so much things to me right now. My spirit is rejoicing right now. It's rejoicing right now. No lie, no lie. I feel it right now. Those who trust in themselves are fools, but those who walk in wisdom are kept safe. Can we talk about it? Yeah, honey, egotistical. This Proverbs 28:26 speak about you being egotistical because egotistical disconnects you from the Most High. So you believe in yourself and you fall for everything. Go ahead and stay egotistical, sis. Oh, come on now. You're a con artist, you're a liar, you're a thief, honey, but yet you winning. Work it out, honey. I know that's right, sis. You come from a power of lineage. You come from a lineage line of power, but yet your life says that you're stupid. Anyway, no tea, no shade. Proverbs 4:23 says, above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. What? What? Proverbs said your heart is where it all starts at. That's what it said right there. See right there, right there. See right there, right there. See, that's why the heart is so important. This is why it's so important to heal that heart chakra. See, I talk about this all the time in all my caseworks, clients. Heal that heart first, sis, bruh. Okay? Heal it first. Because Proverbs 4, verse 23, which translates to 9, by the way. You look at all these feminine numbers. It says, above all else, guard your heart. It don't say guard your genitalia. It don't say guard your brain. It don't say, because I already told y'all this too. You have 2 or 3 brains, well, you have three heads. You have your gut head, your heart head, and the head on top of your head, or the head on top of your shoulders. The mind, you have 3 minds, honey: gut, heart, and all that. So if you eat garbage, you will think like garbage. If you feel garbage things, yeah. And I would also like to say this too: what you eat, you do become. So you eat pig, you will become a pig. No tea, no shade. And they say that pigs are intelligent, but really, Miss Thing, you don't have a digestive system, but you're that intelligent. I know that's right, girl. You have a digestive system and you develop brain tumors and all that. Isn't that amazing? And then you have these animals that are smart. They're smart, but they don't have no damn digestive tract. Mm-mm-mm. Above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. That's right. See, that's why they said that the Most High judge you for your heart. He don't, she don't, they don't judge you for you being a transgender, a gay man, a black woman. If you were melanated, if you were cautionated, if you were alunized, they don't. The Most High don't care about that shit, honey. What? And even there's a story too about Anubis. Anubis weighing your heart and stuff, when you die and all that. Everything you do comes from your heart. It should. Well, it does. And people try to lie and say, I didn't mean to say that. I said that, but that wasn't, I didn't mean that like that. Girl, bull crap. You bull crap, girl. You don't like it. Girl, stop playing. Okay. Ephesians 4:22 to 32 says, you were taught with regard to your former way of life to put off your old self, which is being corrupted by its deceitful desires, to be made new in the attitude of your minds, and to put on the new self created to be like God in true righteousness and holiness. Now, holiness, they took away the W, whole, being complete, and you know, whatever, depends on how the whole is. See how they pervert words, whole, WHOLE, then you got whole like HOLE, which means something is missing out of it. Something is out of it, which is the W, obviously. But still, it's like really, you know so yeah, righteous and holiness, being completed. The process of being complete is holiness, honey. And therefore each of you must put off falsehood and speak truthfully to your neighbors, for we are all members of one body. Ephesians said, uh, you must put off falsehood and speak truthfully to your neighbors. I mean, stop lying to your neighbors, honey. Stop lying to people to get some coin. Conner artists and scam artists out there, for you are fooling yourself when you fool these people. That's what it says. That's what it says right here. Ephesians 4 verse 25 says that we are all part of the same body. So you cut people, you're cutting yourself. And I always say that you take a shortcut, you cut yourself short. That's really what you're doing. But don't tell nobody I told you that. In your anger, do not sin. See, even going into magic, you can't operate out of anger. Because sometimes things are manifested through your anger that even you cannot stop. Do not let the sun go down while you are still angry. That means do not go to bed angry, honey. You hear me? Don't go to bed angry. Do not act out of anger, and don't go to bed angry, honey. People have died in their sleep through heart attacks because they went to bed upset. I'm telling you, you got to let that stuff go, honey. Your life is more precious than the fact that your parents left you 20-something years ago. Your life is so precious, so important, more important than the fact that your husband of 5 years divorced you and left you for somebody younger. Your life and your health is so much more important uh, than you to be worried about somebody calling you out your name. Girl, let that stuff go. Okay. Hello. And do not give the devil a foothold, girl. We know what that could be translated into, honey. Anyone who has been stealing must steal no longer, but must work doing something useful with their own hands. Would that be amazing? We all followed that. Because there's a lot of thieves out there, girl. You work hard and they steal your stuff. And not for nothing, as my New Yorkers say and all that, New Yorkers, I heard them say that first. Not for nothing. But isn't it amazing how, you know, people will say certain things and people start trying to copy them a little? Like I noticed there are larger channels that come to the smaller channels and take the ideas and try to use those ideas. I noticed that because I'm like, I was going back a few months, like there was a YouTuber, I'm not going to say the name, but I noticed before I start doing it, because my live chat people we used to talk about zodiac signs and the characteristics of these zodiac signs, and there's somebody been on YouTube for a while and they have a large following, and I noticed they never start talking about that stuff until they were coming into my chats, and then they would give their input on their feel about that, and then on top of that they were using like my ideas, and I'm like, girl, check my videos out, girl. I was saying that before you were saying that, girl. You need to give me credit, honey. I need y'all to start putting my name in the credit box. Shout out to Mystic Persia. Shout out to Mistress Tantralingham, because we got this from her. Please start doing that, because I'm about ready to really go out and get the copyright. Girl, I'm going to join the web sheriff and get all my shit copyrighted. Girl, because I'm about ready to start going through raggling all y'all down, honey. Show y'all something, honey. Girl, using my damn ideas, honey, and pass on like it's your idea. Girl, who you got that idea from, girl. Stop playing. That's why I charge for my classes and stuff, because people be trying to girl, they bite me. Girl, they bite me, honey. They bite the hell out of me. Mm. Mm-mm. Back to the scriptures. Do not let any unwholesome talk come out of your mouth. Oh, Excuse me. But only what is helpful for building others up according to their needs, and it may benefit those who. The girl, listen, yeah, I speak about wholeness all the time, then, because everything that come out my mouth definitely help build people up. Now, some people don't see that because they in their lower self, and they don't want to be told to get about their lower self. They love being their lower self, honey. Yeah, they love being down there, honey. But I hope that you can extend before they start to shut down certain parts of your body, honey. Anyway, we won't go into that. Please don't ask him about that because I won't talk about it over the internet, honey. Hello, save that for you coming in person to meet me at the spring equinox. I'll tell you what I mean by that. And do not grieve the Holy Spirit of God with whom you were sealed for the day of redemption. That right there. And going into magical practices in the Bible class that I offer, we talk about the 7 spirits that a lot of people have killed off. And this is why they lack morals, they lack spiritual power, and things don't manifest. Now, people thought I was offering that magical Bible class that we were going to talk about some basic stuff. Oh, baby, we can talk about some real good stuff that you can benefit from, whether you're a Christian, Jewish, a Satanist, Luciferian, or an atheist. Trust when I tell you that, honey. A lot of you have killed these spirits off, and it says the Holy Spirit of God, but the could also be considered plural because there is more than one Holy Spirit of God. Can we talk about it? Hello? And we talk about that. So, a lot of you got your spirits grieving over there, and this is why things ain't working out for you. And you burn these candles, and it still ain't working. But trust, when you get work done for me, I'll know those spirits are dead with you, honey. Hello. Can we talk about it? Anyway, get rid of all bitterness, rage, and anger, brawling and slander, along with every form of malice. Be kind and compassionate to one another, forgiving each other just as Christ God forgave you. I know that's right, honey. Listen, you get the hell up off my damn screen, honey. No, I'm playing. John 1:8 says, if we claim to be without sin, we deceive ourselves and the truth is not in us. What? So you mean to tell me that everybody has sin, John? But they be trying to act like transgenders are more of a sinner than they are, John. Huh? Come on, John. They be trying to act like the crack dealers and the pimps and the prostitutes is more of a sinner than they are. They be trying to condemn our prostitutes and prostitute escorting, stripping brothers and sisters as if they better than them, John. John, I need you to go ahead and rewrite that and put that all around these damn books. Put that in everybody's. I want that to be downloaded into everybody's thoughts. Okay? Because thought. Okay, now, ow. Okay. I was looking for the scripture, but anyway. Matthew 12 says, when an impure spirit comes out of a person, it goes through and place seeking rest and does not find it. What? Wow. What does it say? You know what this speaks of right here, don't you? When an impure spirit comes out of a person, it goes through and places places seeking rest and does not find it. The impure spirit. You know what impure spirit mean, honey. Impure, yeah. Lying, cheating, stealing, conning, all the good stuff. Yeah, you're impure. You're not gonna have rest when you pass on, and you don't have rest while you're living either, because you always stop scamming, scheming. We don't say thinking. We're gonna say scamming and scheming, honey. Okay. Hello. Then it says, I will return to the house I left. When it arrives, it finds the house unoccupied, swept clean, and put in order. Then it goes and take with it 7 other spirits. More wicked than itself, and they go in and live there, and the final condition of that person is worse than the first. That is how it will be with this wicked generation. Mm, mm, mm. Ain't nothing occupying these people's home, temples, bodies, but 7 spirits more wicked than the spirit that walks with it. Ow, honey, come on now. But you know what? We done right there. Can we be done right there? We done right there with that, honey. And I want to see who, if there's any question in the live feed about these things, honey, that we speak of, honey. Okay, come on, Devil's Ivy. I love me some gospel music too, honey. Yeah, honey. Demons do love to whisper in people's ear. Come on, sis. Come on, Andre. Hello, honey. That I still say that's dead, bruh. Okay, a lot of people say, okay, listen, I haven't heard that in a while, though, Andre. They'd be like, let's dead it. Can we dead it here? Can we dead it here? Okay. Yes, honey, you're honest, open, very authentic, bold, and blunt, unapologetic, but I'm in a working progress. Well, see, I see that's the same thing with me. I can't bite my tongue. I can, it's hard. That's why I also don't really associate with certain people because people are too sensitive nowadays. You got somebody a big headed B and you be joking, they'll cry and try to sue you. I will say this, even in school, I have that. There was a girl named Shannon, and Shannon was so fragile. But yet Shannon would bully people. I kid you not. And how I was popular a little bit in fifth grade, sixth grade, that changed, was from Shannon picking on other people and Shannon picking on other people and me saying one thing to her. And I think she had a Tamagotchi. And I told her, I said, you're not cute because you have a Tamagotchi. I said something like that. And she must have cried like a baby. She told the teacher, Mrs. Earlson, that I said she wasn't cute. And then they said, why would you say that? Then she said, he said I wasn't cute because I don't think I'm not cute because I have a Tamagotchi. And they tried to put me in, what do you call it? Not detention. They would send you to another class and make you sit in that class because you can't comprehend what they're saying. I know y'all know what I'm talking about. Like in school suspension. No, it's not in school suspension. It was something like that. And then when it was all said and done, Miss Olson come over there and Mr. Bella, that was the class I was in. He was like Italian guy. Oh, he was so handsome. I don't know why they call him Mr. Bella. Well, I know Bella was his actual name, but they should call him Mr. Bello because he was very handsome, honey. But yeah, he's gonna say, you know, I definitely feel where you were coming from with that, but that wasn't the place or the time. So I don't know what he meant by that, and I still think about that. What do you mean by that wasn't the place or the time? Miss Thing would bully people, and I would say that too. Like she was a bully, honey. So the students liked me, though the teachers, they were trying to suspend me and all that. We had a Japanese principal, Mister what is it? Hidisaka Motosaka Hijisaka, Hajisaka, can't remember his name. But honey, they were trying to suspend me for that. And he said that's not grounds for suspension. Exactly. But girl, she was crying, girl. Girl, everybody was like, yeah, you stood up to her. She used to call me this and that, which is true. She called people fat, stank. She told this one girl that I won't even say that. Never mind. Uh-huh. Good morning, Tasha. How are you, honey? That's right. He created the creative beings. Come on, Tasha. I'm also gonna send you an email, honey, because your stuff was sent on. Okay, okay, okay. Come on, Andre. The book of Enoch was taken out of the Bible because it talks about some real tea, Tasha. The books of Enoch, Tasha, you got to look up the documentary online, girl. It goes over witchcraft, how that started. It goes over how, it starts off, the book of Genesis, however you want to say it, Genesis, Hennis, Hensey. What they did was it made it seem like Adam and Eve was the beginning, but according to the Enoch, they were not the beginning. They were not the only people on this planet either. They were not the only. You know, they were probably the start of a duplication, if that makes sense. A new era, going into the new world order. People say, oh my God, we don't want a new world order. Well, technically, you were part of the new world order because there were civilizations here way before Adam and Eve. And then Adam and Eve was created, and then we came about. Can we talk about it? Or nobody ever going to talk about that? There were other civilizations here outside of Adam and Eve and their generations and their lineage lines. So either way, the book of Enoch go into that. It talks about weaponry. It gives you the real breakdown of the Bible, Tasha. If you read the book of Enoch, you would see exactly why a lot of things in the Bible contradicts itself. And you also understand it from a metaphysical point of view versus exactly what it's saying. Like, spare a rod, spoil a child, you know. Yeah. Come on. I always understand why they I always try to understand why they talk about Enoch as the explanation of demons. Well, he talks about them, honey. Yep. Emerald tablets, Emerald City and the Wizard of Oz. Come on now, honey. Come on now, Tasha. You talk about some stuff. Come on. That was a blasphemous slanderation of who you are. And a lot of movies are like that. But people don't understand that. A lot of movies are like that. And they have people on YouTube that actually watch movies and give y'all a breakdown history of this movie and what was being presented in the movie. And it's like, I don't see that for me. But a lot of movies were designed to be blasphemous and to really, really cut you down to your core. And it's usually the ones that people gravitate to. It really is. It's usually the ones that people gravitate to that they had certain intention behind it that the average person don't comprehend. And they'll even try to decode it, but they're way off. Like, sis, that's what you got. Is that what you got out of that movie? Because if you break it down for the words they said, even the names, how I know about movies is when they name somebody something in the movie. A lot of those movies are not accidental. The names, when they name somebody in the movie a certain name, and they say John, Mary, and Peter, and you're like, wait a minute, biblical. And then you watch the character of Mary, then you watch the character of Peter, then you watch the character of John, then you're like, wait a minute. And you go back and you read the stories about these beings, then you understand why those beings were in that movie. And it's amazing. But like movies like Black Panther and stuff, I looked at some of these reviews and I'm just like, girl, y'all are way off. You want to make this a magical thing when it's really not. No tea, no shade. And no tea, no shade. At the end of the day, you want to make that thing so magical and it's not. The way they present it was not magical, honey. It was a contradiction. Yeah. Come on, honey. Yes. Come on, Tasha. Good morning, Tina. How are you? That's right. They are metaphorical, but they are thoughts. Come on, honey. Yes, honey. You are what you are. Good morning, grandmadam. That's right, honey. Get ready for that work, grandmadam. Love and light. Check your email too, grandmadam. Okay, in order to enter the pearly gates of heaven, your heart must be lighter than a feather. Come on, Tasha. Yes, honey. Yes. Yes. And one way of keeping your heart light is always operating from your heart. So when you speak things into the world, is that who you are? No. Then why speak it? I only speak out of knowledge. And I'm not saying that I'm all knowing, but I am a truth seeker. And all things that I acquire in my life, or the only thing I acquire is knowledge. That's all I live for. I don't live for nothing else. It's knowledge. It's to gain something because each day brings me closer to ultimately returning back to my source, where I originate from. And we're talking about on a spiritual level. So the only way to keep your heart light, like I said, is living through your heart always. A lot of people have shut down their heart. A lot of people have let stuff build up in their heart and they got heart stones, like gallstones, or excuse me, they got stones in the kidney stones, gallstones. They got heart stones. They got build up residue that needs to be cleaned out. And when someone helped them to clean it out, then they get offensive and, oh my God, I can't believe you said that. I can't believe you said that I'm a lost person because I don't like to talk about sex. And it's like, why does that anger you? It's not that serious, but that angers you because that's something that's resonating from your heart chakra that needs to be cleared out. It is your cells agreeing to what is being said, and it stirs up the other side of you because, like I said, you have a gut mind, a heart mind, and the mind on top of your head. And the mind inside your heart, it knows all things, it accepts all things. The heart in your gut will try to dictate the heart in your chest, if you want to say that, or the mind in your heart, and it would try to dictate the mind that's on top of your head. So that's why you have a problem with truth. You have a problem with light, and you perceive, well, that's not truth or light because you say it. No, honey, it's not because I say it. It's because it is out of love. I don't hate people. I just speak what I say is incorrect. And I hope by me speaking about it makes people think. Because that's what I speak for. I don't speak to get a large following. I don't speak to get people to say, "Oh my God, I like you. You're the realest person." No, I speak to get you to think, because everybody tries to fit into the norm. And look, like I said, look at the spiritual videos, because I am catering to spiritual people. Look at a lot of these spiritual videos. It's a lot of repetition. Even if you go get these cheap spiritual books, a lot of them repeat themselves. It's recycled information because they want to keep you in a certain state of mind. And that's where they operate from. They don't want to break the mold. They don't want to be who they are. They don't want to live through their hearts, because my heart is separate from your heart. No two hearts are the same size, neither, by the way. It can have similar sizes, but no two hearts the same size, because no two hands the same size. Let's talk about it. So at the end of the day, honey, some people, like I said, we don't have the same hearts. So, we may disagree. I may say some things in the heart that you may not resonate with, but it doesn't mean it's not the truth. You can always research anything I say, honey. And when I talk about going on Google, okay. Hello. Hello, Tina. Yes. Nope. Yep, your grandmother taught you not to go to bed angry. Come on, honey. See, I can be mean, but only if they are to me. Exactly. Come on, Andre. Yes, honey. We do. Yes, we do, Tasha. Yeah. That's why I can't get with the Bible. Yeah, but it's not about literal meaning, Andre. It's about metaphorical meaning. And even the scripture itself says, and I'm gonna give you the scripture right now. Something that just came up right now too, and I'm gonna talk about that too. Scripture. Uh-oh. Let me see. Okay, we're gonna pull up two things. Hmm. Okay, we're gonna pull up two things. This is what we're gonna do. Okay, we're gonna pull up two things. We're gonna go into Ezekiel 36:26. Okay. Ezekiel 36:26 says, I will give you a new heart and put a new spirit in you. I will remove from you your heart of stone and give you a heart of flesh. That's a renewing of your heart. That is giving you a heart that pumps life into your world, and not just your world, but your body. And it takes out that dead heart. So going into dead hearts, a lot of people walk around here with things on them that they cannot change, and they still have it heavy on them. That is a dead carcass. And like I said before, back in the olden days, honey, if you committed a crime, they would force that dead body to stay with you. If you killed somebody, they would tie that body onto you until you died and you decayed with that body. And what a lot of people they're doing spiritually, they're taking on their childhood trauma, and some of them can't do nothing about it, but you could, you just choose not to. And they're letting that dead body weigh them down and kill them. It's turning their heart into a stone. That's what it's doing. It's turning their heart into stone. Hell, it turned their heart into stone. And that's why it's so heavy. That's why it's so heavy. But going into Matthew 13:13, now we get into these numbers 13, 13, 13, okay? You got four. You got four. What is four? Stability. Hello, balancing out. It says, this is why I speak to them in parables. Though seeing, they do not see. Though hearing, they do not hear or understand. So a lot of people do not vibe with the Bible because they see it, but they do not see it. They hear it, but they do not understand it. Okay, can we talk about it? And that's what it is. A pastor personally I can't really vibe with one pastor or I mean, I don't want to go into that, but we all are going to see it differently, and some of us are fully open and aware of spirit and how spirit moves, and some of us are not. We're not aware of it, and we don't want to be aware of it. We like the pretty stuff about it. We don't like to really know what it is or how it is. So going into parables now, of course, the definition of a parable is a simple story used to illustrate a moral or spiritual lesson. Okay, spiritually, parables are used to illustrate spiritual. So, spiritually, you have to read the Bible through your spirit eye. Okay, through your spirit eye is when you will understand the Bible. A lot of people look at the Bible through their flesh eye, and how you know you're looking at the Bible, or the pastor minister looking at the Bible through the flesh eye, because they would speak about homosexuality and they'll look right at a homosexual person and try to speak to them or try to tell them down, like you're looking at me through your physical eye, as you just did when you read that Bible. Now, if you read that Bible through the spiritual eye, then you will understand exactly why Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed. And it was not destroyed because there was man on man and woman on woman action. It had to deal with spiritual rape. And one of the rapes was these uh, men saw these angels and they were lusting after these angels, and they were trying to project their lust station, I know it's not a word, onto these angels, which is spiritual rape. Because once again, if you thought it, you did it. So you have these men that are not into other men, and you thought about having sex with this man, you have committed a spiritual rape onto him. And I tell people that. I believe that. You won't change your mind about that. I think there's many forms of rape, just like there's many forms of violation. There's spiritual murder and there's physical murder. And sometimes, depends on how well protected someone is, you could think them dead and you'll end up dying because there's a mirror. They're the mirror, and you're putting it out so the mirror bounce back and hit your ass, and you end up dying quicker than you thought they were going to die. So it even goes into the fact of people out here who be lusting after things that's not for them. If they're not into you, and maybe it's because I'm just confident in myself. I don't know. I'm not into people who are not into me, and I'm not interested in doing work on someone who's not into me, and I'm not interested in forcing myself onto someone. If what I am you're not okay with, I will keep it moving, because there's 8 billion plus people in this planet, and a lot of people have never left a state line. So how do you know you found your soulmate in your state if you never left your state line? How do you know that? No, you found your soulmate, which resonated with you at that point in time. But I guarantee you, if everybody had a passport or everybody had the ability to travel outside their state, we will all be promiscuous and/or hoes and/or would probably be married 20,000 times. Because, we'll find our man today in our city, then we'll go outside, find another man, we'll be with that man, and so forth, so forth, so forth. So, like I said before, that's why Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed. It wasn't just homosexuality. It was a whole bunch of things going on, but it definitely wasn't because men were out here sucking and licking on each other and women out here sucking and licking on each other. Neither. It definitely wasn't that, honey. So once again, reading the Bible through your spiritual eye and reading it through your physical eye. Reading it through your spiritual eye, you're not going to understand it. You may say, ooh, I don't like that. But definitely, I encourage you to read the Bible. Whether you're a Christian or not, read that Bible and look at it through your spiritual eye. Ask your ancestors. Ask the spirit of discernment, because discernment. And you need that anyway. Everybody needs spirit of discernment, because that's how you know if your boyfriend is an ex-con or he's a murderer. That's how you know if your boyfriend is a child molester. See, a lot of people don't work with the spirit of discernment no more, and it's why people are easily fooled. It's why you give people all your money and they rip your ass off, because you don't have the spirit of discernment over you, honey. Talk about spirit of discernment, honey. Can we talk about it? So, like I said, ask the spirit of discernment, and or ask Tahuti, ask any spirit, King Solomon, any spirit that opens up the doors, Elegua, Eshu, ask them to help you to understand the spiritual meaning behind this book that has been around for at least 200 years. At least 200 years. A lot of people have read the words that you read, which gave it life. And I want you to understand that. If I wrote a poem right now that existed back in 1904 and 200 people read that, or 2,000 people read that since then, they have given that poem a lot of power, because a lot of people have read it. So there's each different beings giving light to it. Once again, going into John 1, verse 1, word was in the beginning. Word was with God, word became God. So the words manifest into things. Thoth was a thought that manifested into flesh. Okay, so the same thing with these poems and stuff. Like I said before, sing along just to lyrics of song too, girl. I'm not gonna sit here and sing a song to a lyric to talk about blowing your own head off and stuff, girl. Girl, there's songs out there I hear people talk about, kill me now. And I'm like, what? And they're like, oh, it's the lyrics of the song. Yeah, but why would you be saying that though? And I'm not being funny. I have a cousin who was 19 years old, and I talk about this. I have a first cousin, 19 years old, who was killed by mistaken identity. They thought he was someone else and they took his life. And I have another cousin who died, who was doing some messed up stuff, but he liked rap music. And one of the rap songs he liked, I won't go into that song because I don't really listen to rap music at all. They said it's for educating. I guess hip hop and rap is two different things. I don't know. But my cousin liked this song, and he would always say the same this verse over and over. It was kind of weird. And sure enough, this cousin ended up dying. He drowned, and he didn't know how to swim, but he ended up drowning. He ended up dying, and his friends left him to die. They saw that he was in that water. No one jumped in to save him, and they kept going. So he spoke that into existence. And I don't tell that to my family, but I feel that my cousin is at peace. I feel that. But he spoke that into existence. You got to be careful with the words you speak, honey, because they do become things. And you don't owe that to nobody but yourself, honey. Okay? You can't be blaming everybody else, honey. Mm. Yes, honey. Come on. Miriam and Reuben, honey. Come on. Miriam was the sister of Moses. Ooh, I love that. Miriam was the sister of Moses. Did you know that, Tasha? Yes. Good morning, M. Jones. What does the name Tina mean? What does that mean, Tasha? Yes. Come on, M. Jones. Hello, Rose. How are you? That's true. You do. That's why when people say karma's not real, I gotta always go back to that, because that's pretty known in the spiritual community. You are the universe, and everything in it is a mirror. Everything you look at is literally a reflection of yourself. If you're not a bum, you don't watch bummy things, even if it's entertainment. Because let's talk about this. There are celebrities like Tamar. Tamar Braxton, she loved ratchet music. Although she would never sing, she loved ratchet music because she got a little bit of ratchet in her. It's the same thing for people that watch videos that does not resonate with them. You only watch videos, whether it's funny or not, because something in that video resonate with you, whether it's the stupid part or it's the stupid part. And that's no tea, no shade. At the end of the day, that's what people do. There's a million and one things you can do, but instead you will spend your free time looking at videos that does not benefit you. Oh, well, I think it's just funny. Girl, bye. You need a life, honey. Let me hire you as my secretary so you can work for me instead of doing shit for free. Hello. But either way, everything is a mirror. And everything you see is a reflection. I think of these love movies, and I think of me when I was with my partners. When I loved my boyfriends and me and my fiancés, I was so in love with them that I wanted us to be the same person. Like I just wanted to be around. I wanted to smell them, and they were the same thing. They were the same way with me too. They wanted to smell me. They wanted to taste me, and like all of me. And the same thing with me with them. It was crazy. Like you love people so much that you almost want them to be you, right? And I know it sounds a little weird, but it's just it is what it is. But going into even how we would like kiss and put our foreheads on each other. And I've seen this in movies too, where they would like hug and put their heads together, or sit there and lay in bed together and cuddle with both of their heads touch. Like, do y'all not know the spiritual meaning behind that? There are constant energy circulating from your root chakra into your head chakras, going up into the atmosphere, stratosphere, then it's recircling down. When you have two people that love each other, that care for each other, that's on the same thought process, that are allowing their heads to touch each other, do you not know what that is doing? If you had an electrical and or a spiritual eye, or you had one of those thermometers, those visual thermometers where you could see the energy change in the room, I guarantee you, with two people laying by each other or standing up but putting their heads together, you will see a whole bunch of energy coming from that head source, because that's what it symbolizes. And that's what I said. We're a mirror. When I'm in love with someone, I'm not going to cheat on them, because then I'll be cheating on myself. And I don't believe that. I love myself enough not to cheat on myself, not to cut myself short. I want the best for myself. So when I do get the best, I will always cherish and honor that. So anyway, I know it's kind of going off topic, but yeah, when you cheat on your partner that you so-called love, yeah, you probably don't really love yourself. Okay. Or I don't love myself, but I want a man. That doesn't sound right, sis. Oh, I need love. I need love. Please help me find a man. I don't love myself enough. And I feel like a man will motivate me to love myself. What? Sister, bye. You're going to get a man that's going to abuse you. You're going to get a man that's going to cheat on you. Because men like confidence. Men like security. Don't let them fool you. The only men that like insecure people are insecure men. I don't want no insecure man. Like I said before, only person I want, a bummy person, is a bum. A man who is real, prosperous, successful. The only way he deals with a woman who does not have that, or a man who does not have that, if he sees the potential. But he's not going to be okay with you being a bum the whole time y'all talk. You know what I mean? Like, no, Tim Shay, he's not going to be okay with that. He's not going to be okay with you not be. He's going to motivate you. Listen, you need to get like me, or somewhere like me. Girl, bye. But you got people out here that don't have a house, don't got a car, don't got nothing going on, and they're like, "Well, I want a man who got all that." Why though? Because you don't have that. Well, I don't have that, but he'll help me get that. Oh, so you're a user? No, I'm not a user. He'll just motivate me. No, girl, you motivate your damn self. The fact that you are living should be enough motivation for you. The fact that you woke up this morning, because a lot of people didn't wake up today, mama. A lot of people ain't gonna wake up today. Can we talk about it? A lot of people did not wake up last night, and they're not gonna wake up tonight. So that's the motivation you need to get your ass up and to make your life happen. Because ain't no, angelic being gonna come down and tap on you and say, "Wake up, honey." You know what I mean? I mean, you get those signs, but they're not gonna literally get you up and girl, I don't know. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Okay, mister, we don't have the opportunity to travel mentally. Yes, you do. Yes, you do, honey. But people try to shut it down, Tasha. Come on, Tasha. No, no. The Bible was not started by Christians. Come on, honey. Ha, Tasha, what? What, Tasha? Tasha, I don't think they hear that. The Bible was not started by Christians, nor is it only for those people who call themselves Christian. Oh, Christ was not a Christian. You see that, Tasha? Hmm. See how common sense is not so common? They need to stop calling common sense. They need to start saying, you got your senses. So they can say, yeah, what sense you're talking about? Exactly. Yes, we can. Yep. Yes, it does. Yes, it does, Tasha. Yep. Did you copy it? You copied and paste that, honey. M. Jones, you copied and paste that, girl. Stop it, honey. Ow. The spirit of discernment allows you to judge. Not necessarily indicating judging, but it comes over you and allow you to judge, to see things for what it really is. When you think things instead of feel things, because spirit of discernment allows you to feel things. When you think things instead of feel things, you will always make the wrong decisions. When someone say, "Well, how do I know which way to go?" The first thing I ask, my clients and my students when we're ever in that situation, close your eyes and what do you feel? If you were to do that, how would that make you feel? Oh, it does sound good because I will get paid $32 an hour and I can really use that money. Okay, but how would it feel outside of that? Oh, it might make me feel a little down because I won't have no life. Da 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 da. Exactly. And what about the other option? How does that make you feel? Well, I think, nope. Close that eyes, close them eyes, quiet yourself down. And how does that make you feel? Because, like I said, we live in a feeling universe. Everything is about feelings. Everything is about feeling something, vibration, resonance, octaves. These are all things that can be felt. So we are living in a feeling world. Even when it comes into emotions, we are emotional on all levels. When people say, "Oh, she's too sensitive," sensitivity is an emotion, but anger is an emotion too. So we're all emotional beings, emotional, fragile, but yet beautiful. And that's what make us love each other, right? For those who love other people. Anyway, but yeah, spirit of discernment, honey. Come on, honey. Come on, Tasha. There you go. There you go. You could speak things to existence. Even going into M. Jones, that's why I don't look at conspiracy videos where they talk about the world's gonna end. Oh my God, y'all get ready. The Lord is coming. I'm telling you, that's that. Oh girl. That's the same thing with that guy that gave those people the Kool-Aid and they killed themselves. That's what happened when these people speak those words out there. Because they're living in a world where things are integrating, they're emerging, things are coming so quickly. So people are out here spewing these things over your mind. Because you say you're not paying attention, but you are. Because your ear records all things that it hears, your eyes record all things that it sees. I want you to understand that, beloved. You know, it is there, whether you choose to accept it or not. It's there. That's why you don't look at things you don't like. You don't hang with people you don't like because your body is still picking up that energy. So going into that, I know people out there, M. Joes, that spoke a lot of things into existence. Even going into the girl on here, I won't say her name, she come out and said her mama kept saying the world was going to end on a certain day, and her mom ended up dying on that day, right before that came around. She said when on New Year's Day people are going to die, and the mom ended up dying 3 days before that. Something came in and took her out. And it was a spiritual thing. That was a physical manifestation. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you have to speak life over your life, not death over your life. You have to hang around with living things. You have to give nutrients and nourishment to your mind, body, and spirit. Stop letting people feed you filth. Stop letting people feed you poison. And poison is not just a physical thing. Poison could also be a spiritual thing. A lot of people are out there giving out spiritual poison. And they're saying, well, it's justified. Because you said so? But why do people that live the way you live don't live that long? Enjoy your life is the bitterest of the bitterest. Can we talk about it? It's the worst of the worst. How about that? It's the worst of the worst, honey. There you go. It is like combustions. It sure is, Tasha. You can feel it. I was so in tune with my lovers, except for one of them. I feel like I was a rebound, and I feel like he wasn't a rebound, but he was a stepping stone for me. I guess that's a good way to say it. But if in a different circumstance, I would be with him right now. He would be my husband, physically, aesthetically. You know, he's everything I like. In fact, I've seen people that resemble him, and I'm like, damn. I'm like, I zone out. Um, because as a queen, on many levels as you want to, I feel like I'm allowed to decide how I want my partner to be physically. I don't have to accept someone because they provide A and not A, B, and C when I want A, B, and C. So either way, um, with him, like I said, he was a stepping stone versus um, anything else. But the other people, like I said, I could feel them. I knew what they were going to call me, Tasha. I knew when we were around each other. Let me tell you a good example. I was dating one of my boyfriends, and this is before I would say I was this and that and had these abilities and all that, obviously. And I was about probably 21, and he was trying to surprise me. And I knew for some reason, I said, when I go to this mall today, why I have a feeling like, and I even told my friend this I was with at the time, I was like, why I have a feeling at the mall today I'm gonna run into blank. And they're like, what? Why would you say that? I said, I don't know. And I just felt that, honestly, even though he was supposed to be away on a business trip, I felt that I was going to run into him. And I kid you not, the closer the time came to me coming into contact with him, I felt it. Like my body was tingling. And I'm like, ooh, I need to sit down for a minute. And I thought maybe I was dehydrated. This is what I'm thinking. Maybe I'm dehydrated. Maybe I'm hungry. But no, sure enough, he come up. And at the malls in my city, there is a chair, or they have chairs there. You could sit down there. They even started to put massage chairs there. So if you want to wait for people while they're shopping, you can get your massage on. So I'm sitting there, and sure enough, he walks up. And I must have, oh God, I must have felt my chair because I said, I knew it. And I kept saying, I knew I was going to see you. I knew I was going to see you. And honey, that was, honey, we made some good loving that night too, honey. And he loved for me to cook for him. Yes, honey, cooked him some tacos. I can make the best tacos, honey. I don't care what nobody say. Listen, when I meet up with some of y'all, we're going to have a taco cook off. Okay, because I could listen. Can't nobody make tacos better than me. Hello, can nobody make empanadas better than me? Can nobody make tacos better than me? How you doing? What, Miss Thing? And I want to know how to make what do you call that? Not Cornish pie, but anyway. Mm, 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 mm. Yes, honey. Senses equals chakras, are obviously because chakras are subtle bodies, and that's what you feel on. You feel through your subtle bodies. You feel through the magnetic fields around you, just like the Earth feels through her magnetic fields that is around her. And of course, they will say, yeah, I won't get into that. Yes. There you go. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Yeah, yeah. Emotional maturity and fortitude. Yes. I try to be careful of what I think about and how long I think about. Exactly. And that's why you give yourself time to grieve and move on. You don't hold on to things that does not serve you no purpose or no good for a long time. People will hold on to things that serve them no good. They will keep bringing up every time you talk to them. How you feeling today? Well, I could be better, but about a situation that happened to me 5 years ago. And it's like, no, girl, what happened? Well, and they start going in, and it's like, wait a minute, honey, this whole damn energy in this room done changed. Can we talk about something that happened to you 3 months ago? Well, I haven't had nothing good in 3 months. Well, of course not, because you used to talk about shit that happened to you 5 years ago. Give yourself time to heal, grieve, rinse, cry it out, you're cleansing out, and move it on. because we all have been through something. Everybody goes through something, and everybody has made it through. Well, everybody has not made it through, but everybody go through something. And what's going to allow you, what's going to stop you from going through that? Let's think of a. There's land here, water there. That's probably 1,000. No, we won't say that. We'll say probably 200 degrees. And there's other land. In order for you to get to that other land, you got to go through that hot ass water. Well, those who are brave, they will go through that and they will learn that experience. They will feel how hot that shit is, and they say, "But you know what? It's not gonna make me. It's not gonna kill me. So only thing that it will make me stronger. Basically, it's not going to kill me, so it's going to make me stronger. So to make it to the other side. And then there's people that realize that I have to go through this hot ass water to get to the other side. So let me give it a try. So they attempt to go through, and then they go halfway to the middle of the water. Then they back up and go back to where they started from, and they keep doing that. And it's like that's what you're doing. You're reliving that, and you have been doing that for the past 5 years. It's time to hurry up and go across the damn water. It's time. What they say, get off the pot if you're not going to shit. Okay. You've been sitting in that poo poo a little too long, meditating on it, thinking about it. Honey, it's time to get up off that. Honey. If you're not going to poo poo, go ahead and get up off of that. Now, if you're going to poo, go ahead and poo poo, then get up off that. So the same thing with that. Okay. Less, hold on to stuff will allow you to keep experiencing that same storyline over and over again. That's why they say, be at peace. People who die when they're not at peace, they will stay here and they'll keep reliving their life. They will stay here. That's where roaming spirits, ghosts, and stuff come from. They're people that died when they were not at peace. You got to be at peace with all things at all times. And I know you cannot understand that. You'll probably never understand that, but you have to understand that things happen and you will not understand that. It's not meant for you to understand it. But of course, whatever you go through is meant for you to go through it. That's what I want to say, honey. Let's not play the victim role, honey. Okay? The Most High love you, honey. You will never have more than what you can handle. Okay? Come on. In your what? What did you say, Jones? You've seen a lot of deaths in your what? If one has problem with one of their chakras, should they try to rectify the heart chakra first? No, not necessarily. The heart chakra is your information channel. It is where your DNA is stored. It is where your ancestors, the information is sent to, even your past lives and all that. All things go through the heart chakra. All things, good and bad. Spiritual, non-spiritual, it all goes through your heart chakra. Your heart chakra is a filter in a way, and it should be cleansed every now and then. But if you're having problems with your other chakra, you don't have to rectify it through your heart chakra first. Although maybe the chakra being blocked has manifested the issues, or stopped the issues, or backed up the energy in your heart chakra. So that's where you're feeling it at now. Because, going into the chakras, it's energy from the earth through your body, through the heavens, and back down. So when one of the chakras are blocked, let's say your root chakra is not blocked, but your sacral chakra is, then you will stay in the root and sacral chakra, but you'll be at conflict with stuff. You won't be able to come into your solar plexus, your heart, etc., etc. So that could cause issues in your heart chakra. That could cause issue in your solar plexus if your root chakra is blocked or not cleared. So it's important to always work through that. And I was telling people this too. I would say at least, and there's videos out there on it. I have videos on it. How to cleanse and recharge your chakras. That should be done at least once a month, because that stuff develops into your body. It develop into your body. If you don't, it'll manifest into physical things. All your chakras deals with energy. When those energies are blocked, like I said, if you're sick and you tell me, yes, I'm sick with this, I could. What area is that? Is that sick? What area is that in? Oh, that's this area. Okay. Well, what chakra is connected to the area? Well, this chakra is okay. So, okay, you know that. So this is why this is happening. And you're gonna be like, what? Exactly. All ailments, all diseases, all things, issues that arise in your physical bodies manifested first in your spiritual bodies, which is felt through your chakras. Hello? Okay. Uh-huh. And we see these colors in the foods we eat. We see these colors in the TVs we watch. We see these colors in all those good things, honey. Yes. Red, green, orange, indigo, blue, all that purple, yellow. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes, honey. Come on. Come on, M. Jones. Okay, come on, come on, come on, M. Jones. Thank you, girl. Thank you, girl. Yes, girl. Make sure you're on that right track. Come on, girl. Google it. Yes. Mm-hmm. Come on, honey. Come on, honey. Come on now. Work it. Work it out, Tasha. Come on, Tasha. Work it out. Work it out. Yes, Jacob of Israel. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. David and Solomon. Of course, Solomon is the son of David. Love it. Yep. Mm-hmm. Exactly. I know that is right, honey. Come on, Tasha. Listen, I am so excited. I can get fully ready for my spring equinox. So I'm about to end this video and lay down because my baby, he's tired. Oh, he ever shaking. It's kind of cold in my living room. So I'm gonna end this video, y'all. I need to wake up. I got a lot to do today and tomorrow. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yes, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Ooh, and even all the way up until Wednesday, honey. The next 7 days is gonna be very busy, and of course, stay tuned because I got something that I want to discuss. If not today, of course, it'll be Friday. But mm, you might be wondering what I'm snacking on, huh? Mm, I'm snacking on these chocolate coffee bites. They relax you. Hmm. Yeah. You ready to go lay down? Come on, let's go lay down. Look, he gets so excited. Look, come on, baby. Let's go lay down. Listen, y'all. Love and light. Check out my blog spot, 28spirit@mysticate.blogspot.com. Yes, honey. And of course, you can always comment underneath the video. Ask me your questions. I'll definitely answer. And we'll go from there. I hope to see, for those of you who are coming out to the spring equinox, where it's virtual in person, I will be seeing you soon. Like I said, we still got 3 spots open for 3 special people. Hmm. If not, like I said, honey, it is what it is. Love and light, peace and blessings, honey. Be good to yourself and each other, honey. Bye for now. We do got more videos coming up, like I said before, honey. Love and light. Thank you guys for those of you who came out to the live video, the live feed. Shout out to you all. Love and light. And have a good Thursday, honey. Happy Thursday. Yes, honey. Thor was Thor is one, or at least the movie Thor. The man that played Thor, honey, he one fine piece of specimen, honey. Hmm. Lord, know what he was doing, honey. Because I'll be trying to get pregnant by that, honey. Girl, bye. Girl, yeah. Girl, babe, maybe I have to shapeshift myself. Maybe I got to shapeshift myself so I can at least get some of it. We can practice making a baby. Ow! Because, I can't have a baby, but we can practice. Ow! Let's go. Hello. Bye. Love a lot, everybody. Thank you, honey. Happy Thursday. Bye for now.